You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 27th of June, 2025. It is 7 days after the summer solstice. It is 87 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 9th day of Messidor, the day of the absinthe, of wormwood. The sun rises today at 5:26 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:59 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:31 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 9:05 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 9:47 p.m. The length of daytime today is 22 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 7% full at midday. The first quarter will arrive on Wednesday, the 2nd of July. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, high tide, 12:04 a.m., 1 meter 80. In the morning, low tide, 6:22 a.m., 3 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 12:49 p.m., 1 meter 52. In the evening, low tide, 6:25 p.m., 21 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, according to local fisherfolk, sharks are beginning to make their appearance in our waters. There are at least 13 species that commonly visit these parts, but their numbers shift with water temperature and their migration patterns. Makos, basking sharks, and blue sharks prefer the open water, while dogfish stay closer to shore. Sand tiger sharks use the Great South Bay as nursery habits for juveniles. And yes, there are hammerheads and great whites out there, but the State Department of Environmental Conservation reminds us that sharks on the whole are not looking to eat us. Most shark bites are test bites to see if we are tasty, and when they find we're not what they're looking for, they spit us out. Commemorations. On this day in 1652, the city of New Amsterdam, which would become New York City, enacted the very first speed limit law in North America. The new ordinance said, quote, "No wagons, carts, or sleighs shall be run, ridden, or driven at a gallop within this city of New Amsterdam," unquote. The one exception was along the principal street, what we now know as Broadway. On this day in 1905, sailors mutinied on the Russian battleship Potemkin. The defeat of the Imperial Russian forces in the Russo-Japanese War and building social tensions led to the 1905 revolution. The Potemkin mutiny was just one of many in the Russian fleet. It was immortalized in Sergei Eisenstein's 1925 silent film Battleship Potemkin, made just after the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917. On this day in 1981, the Central Committee of the Chinese Communist Party issued a document entitled Resolution on Certain Questions in the History of Our Party Since the Founding of the People's Republic of China. It declared that the late leader Mao Zedong was responsible for the suffering of the Cultural Revolution. On this day in 2009, the Tower of Hercules in northern Spain was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It is the only Roman lighthouse that has remained in use to this day. Built in the 1st century at the entrance of La Coruña harbor, it was restored by the architect Eustachio Giannini in the 18th century. The remaining original Roman structure remains the core of the restored tower. Today we honor Helen Keller, born on this day in 1880. She lost her sight and hearing at the age of 19 months due to a bout of illness. At age 7, she met Anne Sullivan, who was her first teacher and became a lifelong companion. Keller learned to read and write and would eventually graduate from Radcliffe College of Harvard University. She wrote 14 books and became an advocate for people with disabilities and for women's suffrage, labor rights, and world peace. Interestingly, she was a member of the Socialist Party of America and a founding member of the American Civil Liberties Union. Remember Helen Keller this day. She helped reimagine a life path for those with different abilities in our society. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 27th of June, 2025.